Hi and welcome. Today I have a art card, specifically not an art of trading card because the dimensions of mine are 3 by 4. But I'm starting with a large piece of mixed media paper and I'm putting some walnut stained distress ink on the stamp and stamping to the mixed media page. So I do that to half the page because I want to make the art card, but I want some extra. So I've cut down to size for my art card, which in this case is 3 by 4. And I'm starting with some Seedless Preserves Distress Ink. Actually, that's Oxide. And I'm just kind of smooshing it onto the card. Not sure why I have a ink pen on the middle of my mat. Okay, so I give that a good dry. And now I'm spritzing with some antique linen spray oxide. And just one more spritz. And then I dry. And I think I wanted to have a little more of the Seedless Preserves on there, a little more purple, maybe brighter, a couple brighter spots. So I just, again, smoosh it in. Okay, I dry that up. And now I'm going to add some splatters. And I've had this a long time, but if I recall, I think it's called Pot of Gold. And so I'm just adding a lot of water and I'm just kind of splattering my background with some gold. And you can't really see it, I don't think, in this picture, but it does really give a nice gold splatter. Now I'm using some walnut stain distress ink and just buffing around the edges. So I want to work on my focal piece, and I'm taking another piece of mixed media paper with some Seedless Preserve oxide, some peeled paint oxide, and some antique linen ink. And I have this stamp from Rubber Dance, and I'm just kind of pressing it into the inks and putting it on my paper. So one of these I use for my focal piece. I cut it out. And it's a little too white, so I give it a spray with the antique linen and just spread some of that around just a little bit. going to dry that up. And do the same thing with the edges with the walnut stain. When I was cutting that out, I kind of wiggled my scissors a little bit to get a very uneven cut. And here I'm going to just give it a little bit of a flower center. And I take another piece of that paper that I made. So I kind of made finished the sheet doing the same thing that I did the card in, and stamped that circle on there and cut that out because that's going to be glued in the center of my focal point, which is kind of looking like a flower. So I put some glue on the back of that, liquid glue, and place that in the center. And then I'm gonna glue on my flower. So a little more liquid glue. This liquid glue is called Barely Art. And it's pretty good. So I wanted it sticking off a bit. And I'm going to add a piece of old book. It's actually an old magazine. And I kind of cut it so it would slide under and go around that flower. And I'm also going to add a couple pieces of washi tape. And this burgundy one, or whatever color it is, it's the very end of the roll, which actually worked out nice because it's got the paper on the back, and so it will glue down easier. And for that, I'm just going to use my Tombow glue stick. And then add one more piece of washi tape. I've got a ton of washi tape. I'm just going to put a little bit of matte sealer down, seal in that washi tape. also the rest of it. And now I'm just gonna mount it to a piece of chipboard, which I do to all my cards, just kind of stiffens them up. I have a project that I'm making these for, and once I'm ready for that, I'll let you know. So I glue that down with liquid glue, and then I use a bunch of binder clips so I can go around the edges and make sure the edges are down nice and flat. And that's it. I hope you're inspired to make some art. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and you have a great day.